Okay, picture this. You're in a hotel room, you lock the door, throw on the deadbolt, slide that little security latch across. You feel safe, right? Secure? Well, this story is about the night one guy found out that whole feeling of security was just a total illusion. I mean, really let that sink in. The door is locked up tight, but you're not alone. Someone is in there, with you. That's not a horror movie plot. That's the terrifying reality a traveler was about to face. So our story kicks off with something super normal, a business trip, but it's one that's about to turn into a complete and utter nightmare. All right, so let's meet Rohit. He's just a regular business traveler. He's had a long day, you know the drill, travel, meetings. He's exhausted. All he wants is to crash. He gets his key card for room 307, heads on up, thinking it's just going to be another totally ordinary night on the road. And yeah, when he gets in, everything looks, well, normal. Bed's made, towels are clean. It's just your standard hotel room, you know? Absolutely no reason to think anything is wrong. But as the night got later, that whole sense of normal just gets completely shattered. This is where things start to get really, really creepy. So Rohit's just about to fall asleep, and that's when he hears it. It's this faint shuffling, kind of like footsteps, and it's coming from near the bathroom. He bolts upright in bed, just listening in the dark, trying to figure out what that sound could possibly be. And bam, instantly he just freezes. You know that feeling, right? That ice in your veins, primal fear when you realize you might not be alone. His heart is just pounding out of his chest. Somehow he gets up the nerve to actually get out of bed. He creeps over to the bathroom, flips on the light, rips back the shower curtain, and there's nothing. Nobody's there. It's totally empty. So he's probably thinking, okay, calm down. It's an old hotel, weird noises, maybe it's the pipes or the room next door. So he's trying to talk himself down, right? But just then, he hears it again. And this time, there's no mistake. And the location, way, way worse. The sound was coming from right underneath him, from under the bed. That's it. Rohit is out of that room. He runs out, calls for help, and the hotel staff comes up. They do the whole search. They're on their hands and knees, looking under the bed, checking the closet, the bathroom again, and they find zip. Nothing. They're nice about it, of course, but you can just tell they think this guy's probably just spooked, maybe hearing things. But Rohit? No way. He is terrified, and he is not going back in there. He knows what he heard. He's so insistent that the manager finally makes a call that's going to change everything. He decides to go check the security tapes. And just look at this timeline. It's wild. At 11:58 and 30 seconds p.m., a mysterious man slips into room 307. A mere 10 seconds later, Rohit shows up and uses his key card on that exact same door. Think about that. A 10-second difference, and he would have seen this person right there in the hall. You can just imagine the manager's blood running cold as he watches this. The camera proves it. Rohit wasn't crazy. He wasn't hearing things. Somebody absolutely went into that room moments before he did. And here is the absolute kicker. The manager keeps watching the tape. He fast forwards, he watches for minutes, then for what feels like an hour. And the person who went into room 307 is never seen coming out, which could only mean one thing. They were still in there. So, okay, the question is no longer, is someone in the room? The new question is, how in the world did they disappear? The staff searched that room top to bottom. Well, the answer, believe it or not, was literally inside the walls. So, knowing what they know now, the staff sprints back to room 307. And this time, they're not just looking, they're on a mission. They're practically tearing the place apart, checking every single inch until one of them spots something odd. A tiny, weird seam in the wall behind the headboard of the bed. They give it a push, and it moves. They'd found a secret passage, a tiny, dark hallway tucked away inside the guts of the hotel. So this whole thing wasn't a ghost story at all. It was a story of a horrifying violation, and it was only possible because of a secret that was literally built into the hotel. And finding that one secret door, well, that was just the beginning. It kicked off a much bigger investigation, and what they found was chilling. This wasn't about one room. It wasn't one little security mistake. The problem was so much worse. So the police get involved, and they uncover the whole insane story. Turns out, this secret passage didn't just go to room 307. And the intruder? Oh, this was not their first time. They'd been doing this for months. A systematic, creepy violation of privacy that no one had ever even noticed. I mean, the scale of this is just crazy. That single passage gave the intruder access to a total of 3 different rooms, a whole little network to move around in, completely unseen. So here's the bottom line. For months, this person basically had a master key to people's most private spaces. They could just slip in and out, hide, move between these rooms, while guest after guest locked their doors thinking they were safe. Just think about all the people who stayed in those rooms with no idea that someone could have been listening or watching from right inside the walls. And that really just leaves you with one final, deeply unsettling thought. This happened at one hotel. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other secrets are hiding just out of sight, in the very places where we're supposed to be the safest?